Have you ever had those days or seasons where everything just feels heavy, where you're not exactly sad, but you've lost your spark a little? You're moving through the days, doing what you need to do, but there's this quiet question in the back of your mind. Will I ever feel inspired again? I've been there too. And what I've learned is that hope isn't something you magically stumble upon. It's something we tend to, like a little flame that needs to be protected, even on the windiest days. So today, I want to share 10 ways to stay hopeful when life feels heavy. These are gentle, cozy reminders, small things that can help you reconnect with your spark, your light, and that deep down knowing that things can get better. Before we start, I want to welcome you again to my channel. I am Elma Joy, a working professional, life coach, and content creator in San Diego, California. Whether you're tuning in on your morning walk, during your commute, or curled up at home, I'm so glad that you're here. All right. Grab a cup of tea, take a deep breath, and let's talk about how to find your light again. Tip 1. Start with the smallest step forward. When you feel lost or low, your mind often says, "What's the point?" But hope begins when you do something, even the smallest thing. That tells your brain, "I'm still here. I'm trying." I remember one week when I was completely drained. I couldn't focus. I couldn't plan. I just felt stuck. So I told myself just one thing, one small win. I lit a candle, took a shower, and went for a short walk. A tiny bit of movement shifted everything. It reminded me that I don't need to fix my whole life in one day. I just need to take the next gentle step forward. So if you're feeling hopeless, ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do today that helps me feel a little more alive? That's where hope starts. Tip 2, reconnect with beauty. When life gets gray, beauty brings the color back. It reminds us that the world is still good. It's still full of small miracles happening quietly around us. During one of my hardest seasons, I started taking what I call beauty walks. No headphones, no podcasts, just me outside noticing the way the sunlight hit the leaves, the sound of the birds, the smell of coffee from a nearby cafe. It didn't solve everything, but it softened something inside of me. Beauty has a way of whispering, "You're still part of something bigger." Look for beauty daily in nature, in music, in laughter, in art, in kindness. It's all around you, waiting to be noticed. Tip 3, anchor yourself in gratitude. Gratitude doesn't ease pain, but it changes perspective. It reminds you what's still here. When I was in a rut, I started something simple, writing down 3 things I was grateful for every morning for 3 weeks. Some days it was just my warm blanket, my morning coffee, and the fact that I showed up. But over time, I started seeing small blessings everywhere. Gratitude builds resilience. It teaches your mind to search for light even when things are dark. So even when it's hard, try this. Name 3 things that bring you comfort today, big or small. That's proof that goodness still exists. Tip 4, limit the noise. Sometimes it's not that hope is gone. It's that it's buried under too much noise. Too many opinions, too many news alerts, too much comparison. I remember realizing that my mornings felt anxious because I was scrolling before I even got out of bed. So I made a rule, no phone until after breakfast. Those quiet tech-free mornings brought back my peace. And with it, my sense of hope. When we make space for stillness, hope has room to breathe again. Ask yourself, where can I turn down the noise in my life? It might be muting accounts, setting quiet hours, or simply choosing to spend more time offline. Protect your peace. That's where hope grows. Tip 5, return to what grounds you. We all have anchors, habits, places, or people that remind us who we are. When life feels uncertain, those anchors help us stay steady. For me, it's journaling in the same cozy chair every morning. It's lighting a candle, sipping tea, and letting my thoughts spill out onto paper. It's become a ritual of self-connection. Your grounding practice might look different: prayer, movement, music, or time in nature. But the point is to return to what makes you feel centered. Hope often lives in the quiet spaces where you remember yourself. Tip 6, let yourself feel it all. Hope isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about allowing yourself to feel and still choosing to believe that there's light ahead. I once spent an afternoon just journaling through everything I was feeling, the fear, the sadness, the confusion. And by the end, I felt lighter, not because everything was fixed, but because I'd made space for honesty. Sometimes letting yourself cry, rest, or admit, "I'm not okay right now," is the most hopeful thing you can do. It means that you're still alive, still human, still healing. You don't have to force positivity. Just give your emotions a safe space to land. Tip 7, create a hope playlist. Music has this beautiful way of lifting energy when words can't. I made a playlist called Good Things Are Coming, filled with songs that make me feel open, soft, and alive again. Whenever I play it, something shifts in me. My shoulders drop, my heart opens. And it's a reminder that even if today is hard, joy still exists. And it's coming back around. Create your own playlist, songs that comfort, energize, or inspire you, and play it anytime you need to remember that light always returns. Tip 8. Remember that seasons change. One of the hardest lies we believe in is that dark seasons last forever. But they never do. I think back to a time where I felt like everything was stagnant, like I was stuck in winter forever. But eventually spring came. The light changed, my energy returned, life moved forward, and so did I. No feeling is final. Just like the seasons, you're allowed to grow, rest, release, and begin again. If you're in a tough season right now, hold on. The same way the earth turns towards light again, so will you. Tip 9. Surround yourself with hopeful voices. Who you spend your time with and what you consume shapes how you feel. When you're surrounded by negativity or people who drain your energy, it's easy to lose hope. But when you're surrounded by people who remind you of what's possible, you start to believe again. When I started listening to uplifting podcasts daily, it slowly shifted my mindset. I realized I didn't need to be surrounded by perfect people, just hopeful ones. Hope is contagious. So seek out conversations, books, or spaces that make you feel lighter, not heavier. Tip 10. Keep choosing hope, even when it's hard. Hope isn't a one-time feeling. It's a practice. It's waking up each morning and deciding, even if I don't see the light yet, I'll keep walking toward it. Every time I made it through a hard season, it started with that quiet choice to show up again, to believe again, to trust again. Write this somewhere where you'll see it every day. I choose hope today. Even if you whisper it with shaky faith, say it anyway. Because each time you choose hope, it grows stronger. Let's take a moment to recap the 10 ways to stay hopeful when life feels heavy. 1. Start with the smallest step forward. 2. Reconnect with beauty. 3. Anchor yourself in gratitude. 4. Limit the noise. 5. Return to what grounds you. 6. Let yourself feel it all. 7. Create a hope playlist. 8. Remember that seasons change. 9. Surround yourself with hopeful voices. And 10. Keep choosing hope. Hope doesn't mean everything is perfect. It just means you're open to the possibility that things can get better. Even when you can't see the light, you are walking toward it. And maybe, just maybe, that's what hope really is. Continuing to believe that the light will find you again. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for holding space for your own growth. If this episode brought you comfort, share it with someone who might need a reminder that they're not alone. And if you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the full playlist of cozy self-growth episodes. Take care, and remember, you are enough.